You know what? Guys, you wanna know what's kind of funny? I'm like at the park trying to make a doctor's appointment like over the phone for a telehealth visit to like I forgot what to say. Yeah, so I was trying to make like an appointment to get a doctor's note so I don't get fired from my job, because that's like what we have to do. Guess what? I just got a text in the middle of trying to make the appointment. I didn't even have to call anybody yet, because the other day when I tried to call them all, because it was like 7 in the evening, I didn't know they were all gonna be like closed, because like offices don't stay open forever. And so I was like, okay, like let me find out like what I have to do. I don't know. I left a voicemail somewhere trying to get a note. That's literally it. So I just got like a text saying I'm fired from my job. Like while I'm in the middle, I'll just put it right here so you got like in the video, probably at the end, so you guys can like see what I'm talking about. But like I didn't even know they could do that. And like I was just trying to get the note so I don't get fired. Like what? Okay, like I guess I'll just find a better job, because it's not like I really enjoy like the call center situation of just getting yelled at for no reason over cars. Like I feel like I was there for a minute, learned about cars, now I know like the makes and models and like what that means. Okay, acquired the knowledge. There's really nothing else I can learn there unless they promote me to like manager of the entire company. Like I'd have to be like CEO to like learn something I don't already know at this point, because I just learned like the debriefing about cars. Like okay, now I know what they are, like big deal. Okay, cool, I guess I needed to know how much it costs to have this car, that car, like now I know the like not stupid part, right? Like now I know, okay, like if you have this car and you need it to get fixed, here's how much the car insurance is or whatever. Like now I know some of that for like no reason. Like I don't have a car, but like now I know that, so like I get to be like less stupid. But yeah, they did decide to just like fire me over it, because I actually was sick for a week and a half. But yeah, like I couldn't get the doctor's note yet, so now it's like technically 2 weeks. But like everybody in the company is like sick anyway, and they're just forced to be there, which is probably why I got like fired over it. I literally have dry skin again. But I'm just at the park, but you get it, like you get it what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I wasn't really gonna want to log in just to get yelled at all over again. And they use like Paycom for clocking in. So I don't know, there's annoying stuff about that. Like you can kind of randomly get logged out, but you have to use your phone to like log in, and it's this whole drawn out process, and everybody looks at you like they're so angry at you when you have to clock in, but like it didn't work because technology just doesn't work sometimes. But they make it so like personally about you, like why did you do that? You're like, I didn't do anything. They're like, no, why did you personally do that? You're like, I just had to clock in so I'm not just here like not getting paid, and then I get fired because it looks like I wasn't here when I was here. Like you're mad at me for not working for free in a way that I could get fired for, which is stupid. Whatever. I mean, yeah, like it wasn't terrible, but like I also just feel like there wasn't a whole lot. I feel like I learned about like the energy of the company itself, which is like you feel like you're ungrateful and the environment is like kind of nice, but you're like, well, it's not like I own the environment. What could I possibly not be grateful for here? But it's like an energy that makes you feel like you're undeserving of it for no reason. But like, so I was like, yeah, like for me, like doesn't really, maybe I just graduated the environment in a way, but like now I need a new job, and like that's kind of, you know, I had enough time on my hands that I started making updates to my creative career, which as far as like monetary value not taking off, but it's taking off in the sense of like I put in so much effort, and I had that book that I started, you know, working on a while ago, but then when I worked there, like I really wanted to get it published. I mean, I probably started working on that book like half a year ago or more, like maybe 8 months ago actually, because I had so many notes for everything and planned out every chapter like 8 months ago or something, but I didn't really talk about it because I was like, well, it's not like I'm gonna sit down and write the whole book. But then I had some time on my hands, sit down and wrote the whole book. And then I, while working there, wanted to get it published, traditionally published, but then I started getting rejections because I actually reached out to agents, which I had never done before. I kind of always stopped before that phase of the process before, but then I actually did reach out, got rejections, and then I made the decision, like, I do want to publish it myself, just self-publish it and put it online, like all of my albums, and like read it to you guys. Not self-publish like a paper book, because I've done that before. It just takes effort, and then nobody buys it, and then you're like, well, it's not like anybody knows I exist, so it's not my audience's fault that they're not buying it because they actually don't know I exist. But if I do an audiobook, it's like you guys can just enjoy it, and you get to experience the value of it and know what it would have been if it was a paper book, but like you kind of get the experience either way. And who really wants to sit there and have to read a paper book? I feel like people are gonna buy it and throw it away or something, or it just goes on a shelf to look pretty. But when you're not at the phase where like you really feel like there's gonna be enough people who are gonna read it throughout the whole thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would love to do just like an audiobook, like chapter by chapter, so you guys can read it, understand the value of it, and just enjoy the product without having to have a physical copy. Maybe someday we can do a physical copy and it like wouldn't be weird, you know? But yeah. So I did just get fired after I went to the park deliberately to like get a doctor's note over the phone. Which I was gonna hate the process. I was gonna have to pretend to actively have a fever because I got turned away at the urgent care for not actively having a fever. They were like, there's nothing you can do even if you pay us money. Even if you give us $200 right now, there's nothing we can technically do, but we would have to do that in order to like guarantee for 100% fact that there's nothing we can do. So there's like a 99% chance we can't do anything, but if you give us $200, we can find out for sure. I was like, what? What? So that's why I decided not to do it. Anyway, my job's a little bit far away from where I live, so like maybe spending like $20 there and back a day for Uber is like not what I have to do. Maybe I can have a closer job to where I live. But like, you get the point. You get why it's like kind of sad. But like, maybe it's just time for me to have something better or different. I'm not gonna have something that pays more than that right now. I was just shaking like the phone by accident, but like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Dude. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I love you guys. Roar. Bye. I guess it's time for a new job. I didn't really expect to cut my hair for like some job interviews, but I guess that's what I did. Hopefully they like me. I don't know where I'm gonna work then. And nowhere closer to my house is gonna pay that much, which is why I had it a little bit further away. It was like an energy portal. I guess I can tell you now. I worked at CoverageX, but I worked on the Palmer side. So if you guys ever work there, then you're being like me. I don't know. I got the job because of my friend Kara, who works on the CoverageX side, and yeah, she helped me a lot, so she's great. I'm like, should I put this out there? But there's a lot of people with that name, so you're not gonna know who I'm talking about. You guys see me, so it would be like recognizable that you're like, it's me. You know what I mean? But yeah. I think it's fine because you don't know what my friend looks like. And again, there's millions of people with that name, so. But you guys see me, so if I told you, you'd be like, you'd go there and you'd be like, that one. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah. And I have like no followers on here, like 0, but yeah. So, But at that job, it does feel like it's like an energy portal, because then there's like American Power and Gas like right next to it, which is another call center. And then there's like a jail like across the street. So you're like, you know, I don't know, 2 call centers and a jail across the street. But American Power and Gas, it's the location that's like very scammy, where like you can really only work there for like 2 weeks unless something suspicious is the reason why you're promoted or something, like, you know. And then where I worked, we kind of always had to, I didn't even make it to the 90-day mark. You're supposed to kind of make it to like, you worked there 90 days and then you're like a permanent employee and stuff, and there's like upgrades. Anyway, at CoverageX, or on the Palmer side, I don't know what they do on the CoverageX side, but on the Palmer side, you have to pretend to be a different company over the phone and never reveal the name of the real company. But you're talking about like somebody's car, you're trying to like get their attention and stuff. You have to pretend to be from a different company and not tell them where you're from. So, oh well, they fired me, so it's like I can say that. Like, you have to pretend to be from a different company because they don't want their reputation to get messed up out there because of what they have you doing. That's crazy. Anyway, I love you guys. Where should I work now? Bye.